So moving on this series, we will be doing a game of half cash next. As you can see, I just got my chimps medal, so it's time for the other tough game mode, which is half cash. Now, half cash is one that a lot of new players struggle on a lot, and it's going to be harder than chimps if you're new because you don't have much monkey knowledge. So that's why I'm going to be going over it, and I'm going to give you some tips to beat it super easily. So first off, we're going to want to bring Ben, because Ben will give us more money and help bridge the divide of not having any money. Now with Ben, we want to get him down as early as possible so we get more money. So that's what I'm doing. This is a bit of an easier map, so I can save up from a little bit earlier. But if you're doing a harder map, I would recommend getting like another sub or sniper just so you can save up from a little bit easier. Getting Ben on like around 20 or around 24 is perfectly fine. But after we get Ben, we are going to want to get a little bit more defense, and that will be good. You can also use Ben's ability, and be wary with using Ben's ability because it does stop your towers from attacking a little bit right after. So you want to keep that in mind and use it at a time where your towers are attacking but won't shortly, so you can get the most out of it. And basically after this, I'm trying to get the air burst down as early as possible. I also get something for camo, and I get a something for lead, so the sniper. Now if you don't have water, you can do some other options. Basically what we're trying to do is get some really good alchemist synergies, so like the alchemist sub that we're getting here, and that's why we want to get air burst. But if you have water, that's a very good choice. But if you don't, you can do ninjas, you can do well, bombs are a little bit later, we'll get that a little later, but basically ninjas or subs, and those will work really well on the beginner maps. And also note, I did lose a lot of lives early game, and if you are about to die, this is not chimps, so you can always go home and reload the round. There's nothing wrong with doing that, and everybody does it, so you can do that and you will be just fine, and it will save you a ton of time. So if you're about to die, just go home, and then you can reload the round and try to find a better way of doing it. So now, as you can see, we have an alchemist synergy. So we got the alch, we got the sub, and then I'm also going to want to get something that will do a little bit more heavy damage, like a little bit better single target damage. So a Moab Mauler will do great with that. But I ended up going for the Deadly Precision, which is another great option. Both work totally fine. And there are also some other things that do really good against the big Bloons. And actually, Overdrive is one of them, which is pretty good. And that also works well with Alchemist, so you might want to try Overdrive as well. At this point, we should just have Ben making some money. We should have an alch synergy. We should have a bigger damage, and then we're going to want to get some villages. Ended up doing 2 discounts, and we can get camo on one and drums on the other, which saves a bit of money. And after that, we're going to want to get a tower that's better at dealing with big waves of stuff. So bomb is a great one. We can get a bomb. You can also be a little bit more fancy and get a blade maelstrom, which is an ability, so you want to be able to use your abilities at a good time. But you can also get a boomerang. The 402 is really good, but we ended up going for a 204 bomb, which can deal with like rounds like 63 super easy. So as long as you get this tower up before round 63, that will be a breeze. And I think I end up buying like another thing for this run, I'm not sure, but basically after that, we're going to be able to beat the whole game just fine, and we can actually end with a pretty good amount of money spare. So that's that, and that is how you make half cash really easy. Again, this is a little bit of an easier map, so you might have to do some more modifications just to get Ben a little bit later, like adding a few darts. Then you can get Ben like on 20-ish, and you will be fine. Alright, so after this game, I want to show you the trick on how to get all the way up to the expert maps, because that is what I'm going to try to do next. Now, if you don't know, the expert maps will give you an insane amount of rewards. You get, I think, 30% more XP on playing them, and you get way more monkey money, like a single game of Impossible on an expert map if you do it for the first time. can get you 1,320 monkey money, which is just a ton, and it's definitely worth to try them out. The way that we get up to these expert maps is by playing an intermediate map, and then when you do that, you unlock an advanced map, and then you can play an advanced map, and with that, you can unlock an expert map. A long time ago, you had to like file through every single one of them before you could get up to the map that you wanted, but luckily now you don't have to do that, so you can just choose which one. And as you can see during this game, it's pretty quick and easy. You only play easy because it's super quick, and I'm also trying to get some levels on some of these more obscure towers that I don't have used yet, so we can eventually max them out. We got a nice achievement, and now you can see, pick an advanced map. I chose for off the coast because it's a bit easy, and again, just doing easy and trying to breeze through it. This takes pretty much no time. It's just 2 games of easy, and then we can get up to the map that we want in expert, and I'm going to choose Dark Castle because that is, again, the easiest expert map. And we can also do a pretty cool achievement on it called Josh's Constant, which is one of the harder achievements to get. One of the harder by skill, not grind, so that's nice. We can do that in one game. It's where you have to beat chimps on an expert map with a perma-spike, basically. Unless you want to do carburetor spikes, but perma-spike is better. So we end up finishing this game out, and we get some towers that we did not use just to get some more levels on them. And after that, we will unlock an expert map, and monkey money will come flying in. It's just great. You should check it out.